Hi everyone, welcome back to the channel. This will kind of be a part 2 to my last video, which was me cleaning the weathering away from the armor on the Hot Toys Mandalorian figure here. Now since then I have cleaned the rest of the armor and I've removed the wires from the cape, and he's looking absolutely incredible. I've got some daylight footage outdoors for you as well, so I'll splice that in early in the video so you can see how he looks in the natural light. But he really reminds me now of how he looked in that episode of Boba Fett where he suddenly just had his own episode and he was in the slaughterhouse scene. He might not be accurate as far as having the spear on his back at the time, I can't remember, I'd have to double check, but I remember thinking as soon as he came through those kind of plastic curtains at the beginning of the episode, it's like, wow, like I love the way the armor looks. So I got it looking really good now. But yeah, all 3 of the wires, actually I think technically it's 4 wires, have been removed. It wasn't the easiest thing to do, but got it done. It takes a while to clean all the weathering off of the armor, like all the shoulder bits. There's still some left in the crevices. I couldn't quite get my little cleaning cloth in some of those little tiny little recesses, but that's okay. The main bulk of him has been cleaned now. And it just looks incredible. So enjoy this video, folks. Drop a like on it, subscribe to the channel, and follow me on Instagram at DKnight333. Now as far as the wires in the cape go, we have what's in front of us here. This is everything I removed from the cape, and these 2 bits here are, you'll notice them on the underside or the inside of the cape that you're not really supposed to see, at the bottom, going along all along the end of the bottom of the cape, and then also one of these going all the way up the center of the cape, all up the middle to the top. So these pull away very easily. The whole thing just peels off. The glue wasn't very strong, but getting these 2 long wires out of the kind of sides of the cape required me to go in with an X-Acto knife and slightly just slice a little bit. It's difficult, but it's doable. Just make a tiny little incision so that you can see the kind of bronze coppery wire, and then just, well, I snipped it at the top, cut the wire, and then made it poke out a little bit, and then pulled it out with the pliers. You know, you'll figure it out. But that is what you're dealing with when it comes to the amount of wires in the cape. So again, there's I'll just turn him around for a sec. Let me remove his jetpack for a minute. So yeah, you have 2 wires going all the way down on both sides, and then we have another one going all the way down the middle, which was one of these, and then all the way along the bottom of the cape we have another one of these. They pull away easy. These ones are a bit more tricky, but you'll get it done. I just much prefer the draped cape, and it's the exact same material that they've used on the previous ones that hangs really nicely. So once you do remove the wires, you're right back to that nice natural kind of fall. as far as cleaning the armor goes, that was all covered in the video specifically about that, and I was sitting here on camera doing it, showing you the progress as I was wiping away. And if you want to see that video, it is my last video I filmed, but if you're watching this months in the future or years in the future, it's that video there. So that's what you search for. And yeah, so there's not much point going over the armor situation again. I've just basically finished the job, done the helmet, the shoulder armor, the chest, the gauntlets, the leg armor. A friend of mine advised me not to clean this one, but I just went over it a little bit. I left all the weathering. You can see it's still pretty grimy, but it contrasted too much with the others, so that's just the way I wanted it to look. I don't think it looks too bad. Still got plenty of weathering on that right leg of his. I may get some comments from folks saying that I should have left him weathered because it looked cool, and it did. There's definitely an argument to be made there, but deep down in my heart, this is really the look I wanted. I really wanted this look, and I gotta tell you, in person it's absolutely incredible. I've shown it to a few people in person today, and their reaction says it all. It's beautiful. I mean, figures like this that don't have any human features, like a face that you can see, that kind of give it away as a figure. Figures like this can look incredibly real. You know, especially like you zoom in, and he looks bigger, and it looks like Mando is standing right there. Absolutely stunning piece. Well, Hot Toys will inevitably announce another one, and a lot of us are hoping that it'll be a die-cast version, you know, with the die-cast armor plating, Velcro, die-cast, material undersuit. I'm not too sure how that's all going to work. Would it start to sag over time because of the weight of the pieces? Not that they'd be that heavy, but I don't know. They are quite thick, like the shoulder armor. It's quite a chunky piece, and if that was die-cast metal, would Velcro be enough to keep it there over time, over the years? I mean, I always wanted an Iron Man 1/6 scale Hot Toys figure that had a die-cast head. You know, because usually it would be mostly die-cast body, but the head would always be plastic. Correct me if I'm wrong there, folks, but that was just one of the things I always wanted with a Hot Toys Iron Man, was a fully metal head. Just imagine the weight of that in the palm of your hand and how cool it would be. Same thing for Mando here with the bucket and the rest of his armor. I do believe that they kind of do all this on purpose. You know, they have to leave something, or a couple of things, inaccurate so that they can justify the next one and the next one. So I do believe the correct undersuit will be coming one day. Whether that will be a die-cast figure with the correct colour undersuit, I don't know. That certainly would be tempting, but now that I have this, it's getting harder to justify it. Speaking of justifying stuff, I did it again. Well, let's just say there is another figure by Hot Toys from Mandalorian on the way, and will be here tomorrow. And it is not Bo-Katan, even though I was quite tempted by her. Boba Fett from Season 2, when he first gets his armor back. The really weathered, battle damage kind of look. Now, I was kind of having trouble deciding between that battle damage look and then the repainted suit that we saw in, you know, the Book of Boba Fett. But there's just no more badass scene than when Boba Fett got his armor back in Mandalorian and took out those troopers. You know, even including the original movies, it's right up there with Vader's appearance at the end of Rogue One. So that's the version I got coming. And it was really reasonable as well. It was in the UK, brand new. The guy got it and decided he wanted the double pack, so was selling the single one, and extremely fair price. So it was a no-brainer, really. And he will look great beside Mando here. So that's coming tomorrow. Expect videos on him. Another thing I did when I was putting all the armor back on was I put the chest armor at a slightly higher position because it was sitting very low when he was stock. So that's another little thing I did today. Alright folks, so I'm going to wrap up the video, and you'll be seeing more of Mando here and Ahsoka once Boba Fett arrives tomorrow. I'm sure they'll appear in his videos, and then once Boba Fett is here and I've done the review, we'll probably have a big pose session with all three of them, which should be nice. But the results from these pretty simple mods is absolutely spectacular. Like I said, if you want to see how to clean the armor, the video is on the channel. And just have fun, take your time, be careful. Do remember that the chest plate, which is in two sections, and the back plate, they're not very thick, so as you're cleaning, don't press too hard, don't pinch anything too hard with your fingers, be careful, and just be wary of that. The helmet and the shoulder armor and the gauntlets, no real worries there, and also the jetpack as well, good and sturdy. But I was a bit nervous doing the chest plate because it's quite flimsy, so be careful with that one as you're working on it. But the results are incredible, absolutely incredible. I love the way it looks. It's absolutely stunning. Still need to add the red to the gauntlet there at the top where the light would usually be. That's something I forgot to do. That'll be something for another day. And I've got the Grogu from Ahsoka with the posable arms. That's the one that he's currently carrying. It's absolutely adorable. He looks a bit scared. But it's okay because Mando's got him. Alright, don't forget to drop a like on this video folks, it will help more people find the channel. Don't forget to subscribe if you're not subscribed already. And follow me on Instagram at DeanKnight333. I'll see you real soon. Take it easy. Bye bye.